it's been a long time coming, but I'm finally here at the range with my IWI X95 Tavor. This is something I've been looking to get for quite some time, and I finally got my hands on one, and it's already been a little bit of an experience. This is my first Bullpup ever. So obviously Bullpups kind of have their pros and cons and their own obstacles to deal with. And most of the time when I'm getting a new firearm, I kind of already know right off the bat what I'm looking to get, how I want to set it up. And by the time I get it, I usually have all the parts ready to go. But with this particular rifle, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. So I picked it up and I started to see what people were talking about. And you can see here, I've already swapped out a lot of stuff. I swapped out the handguard, I swapped out the grip, the butt stock, and why I did some of these things, I'll kind of talk about it real quick. The factory handguard that it comes with is fine, but it doesn't really give you a whole lot of room to work with. And when you're trying to run lights and figure out a good spot for your hand, you got to worry about this charging handle, how that's hitting your hand when you're running it. And switching to this Manticore Arms handguard really solved a lot of those issues. So I did that, and I'm really happy with it. It allowed me to actually just run a pistol light right here at the 12 o'clock position, which I don't normally do, but it works perfectly on this setup, so I love that. Running a JMAC Customs muzzle device. Right now it just has a BDS 37 on there, blast diversion shield, send all that blast forward. Now as we kind of go to the grip here, I found with the original grip, I love the look of it. Kind of cool, very unique to the Tavor, but I found my fingers wanting to get up in there, and I ended up with my middle finger behind the trigger, which would really be a problem while shooting. So I needed something to kind of separate those two. Now don't get me wrong, I'm sure with training and practice you can kind of get over that, but it's so different from all my other firearms that I ended up getting this RX Arms grip, which kind of maintains the same profile as the original grip, but you don't have to, it has the trigger guard down there. So kind of best of both worlds in a way. So that works really good for me, and I'm really happy with that setup. And the FDE matches perfectly if that's something you're worried about there. The factory butt pad. I've seen these Manticore butt pads, and I was kind of like, what's the deal with those? And I realized it the second I shouldered that factory butt pad. There's nothing to really hold it in place. Yes, it works, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely, doesn't feel like it has very positive contact. This Manticore one has this little lip here, and it really allows it to kind of form and contour to your body in much more of a natural way. So I love that portion of it. I swapped the safety for the Manticore aluminum safety. Not really necessary, just kind of like a nice little addition. And I also added their gasketed dust cover, which you could just run tape or something like that, but I was already in the Manticore spirit, so I threw that on. They make a lot of really good products for the Tavor. The rail height on this thing is super low if you consider this is where your cheek is. So if you're running lower optics, it's really tough to get a really comfortable cheek weld or a good sight picture, a natural sight picture. So you're going to want to run taller optics. Manticore makes a little extended rail, but for me, I just ran fast risers, and it works really good because I already have a lot of stuff that's running fast risers, and it allows me to use the flip to center magnifier, which is awesome. So this combination works awesome with the Tavor itself. All right, so that's really it. I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. Really having a fun time kind of getting familiar with this particular firearm, Bullpups in general, this being my first Bullpup. So really cool, something different. It's cool to come to the range and shoot something different than I'm usually shooting an AR and AK, which I love, but you know, keeps it fun and interesting. And there it is. That's the X95 Tavor from IWI. It is a beautiful firearm. Very happy with this. And let me know what you think about this setup down in the comments below. And thanks for watching.